Alright, so as I'm taking apart this Cummins for my 50 or 47 Chevy project, I figured I'd share a little bit about the killer dowel pin. Now the killer dowel pin on these old 12 valves are located behind this gear cover, and I'm just going to show you the steps step by step on how to get there, and I'm going to show you the steps to prevent the dowel pin from coming out and massacring your motor. So what happens is there's a dowel pin that's uncovered, it's open, that kind of like holds this whole aluminum casing in place to the engine. And what happens eventually that it walks out and it gets chewed up by the gears, and if you're lucky, if you're really lucky, it bypasses everything and somehow makes it to the oil pan. But that's not the case in many occasions. So to start off with, what you want to do is, okay, I understand all you guys might not be able to do this like I am, but the first thing you want to do is get rid of these 4 harmonic balancer bolts. Pull the balancer off. There's no key. There's no keyway or anything. It just slides on there. It goes any hole. There's no... The second thing you're going to do is you're going to take this idler off by these 4 10mm bolts, or 10mm to take them off. So yeah, I was talking a little too fast. You got to pull this pulley off because there's 4 bolts here. One's hiding behind the pulley. So this is all 10mm stuff. 10mm. They weren't very tight. Huh. This wasn't my motor. Ooh. Soft face hammer. Oh. There. Pop that off. And there's the last 10mm. That's an 11mm. Ain't nobody got time for that. Double wrench. This is just like double clutching. Double wrenching like you should. Always hit palm open. So if you like that, you'll bust a knuckle. We all know that. Now that this is off, we're going to remove the retainer here for the oil filler, and then we'll be able to access the panel. Alright, now this is bolted up with this little bracket here. As you can see, bolts there, 15mm socket, will take that off, and then what you do is you swing this out of the way, and this, turn it this way, and it'll eventually screw off. It's got threads. That's your oil filler. Now we take these all apart. There's a whole bunch of them, and some of them are longer than others, so be mindful of where you take them from. Alright, now with all the bolts removed, as you see, I have put them all in order. You can tell there's a lot of short ones and there's a lot of long ones. This one is very different. It fits right there, so that's my marking point. I'm going to start from that one. I can just work my way around. Alright, so when you get all the bolts off, you'll just need to give it a little tap there. Pull the seal right off over, and bam. That's that. There's the cover. We'll set that aside. Come have a look in here. See right here? That's the dowel pin. Now, mine hasn't come out, which is beautiful. So, the easiest way to do this is to take this bolt out, make a a tab out of sheet metal, you drill a hole, you bend it, and you put it over, like, and then just re-put your bolt in. Just something to block that from coming all the way out. And then easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, with that bolt removed, as you can see the shape, you kind of got to build like an L bracket with a blocker. So I've built exactly that out of 16 gauge or 1/16 steel. That's going to bolt in there and cover that pin, this dowel pin, from ever coming out. If you don't want to do this whole little project that's actually really easy to do and won't cost you much, you can go ahead and buy a new one of these for like 300 and some bucks. So yeah, this is the way to go. So now I'm just going to put that on, and that's what it looks like bolted up. That bolt holds that thing down. You can't even see the dowel pin at all. So when you back up, take a look at your crank, cam, dowel pin. Alright, the next step is to clean this whole surface. You could either put a new gasket or just use some sealant. I will use some sealant. So you clean that up, stick the cover back on, put all the bolts you have in order back in, and pretty much same way backwards as it is forwards. So hope this helps you out. Killer dowel pin. Solve it before it solves your bank account.